That's where I would sit if I wasn't so scared of yearning publicly. I think this one will do for now. I think it's a pretty good one. Got some woodlands back here, and all around, yeah, it's a good spot. So, what is the goal today? Um, I've had a lack of inspiration lately when writing. I have a couple here and there, and like poems or little things that I've wanted to write, and I've put effort into that are from previous months. But I haven't had a yearn to write anything new. I haven't had a yearn or a desire, a craving to write anything new lately. And I think that's because a lot of my days have been the same. So I've been doing the same thing over and over, going to work, working out, coming home, traveling, and I'd like some variety, I guess. This lake is very special. Well, when I was a freshman, I would come out here a lot with a friend of mine when we would study our biology and organismal classes. And so usually around springtime, I come out here because it's almost nostalgic in a sense that I've been doing this for as long as I've been doing this now. I'm getting to the point now where it actually feels like I've been in college a while. Not only trying to get new inspiration for writing, but I think as I've gotten more into reading, my imagination has not been as strong as it was when I was a kid. I mean, I think that's because it's like any other muscle that you work out. So I think I want to think long and hard about the characters from the current book I'm reading. And I think I want to sketch them so I can put some sort of idea of what they may look like in my mind and sketch this world together. I am reading the first, I didn't want to say this because I thought it was embarrassing. I am reading the first book of The Lord of the Rings. I've never read The Lord of the Rings, nor have I watched the movies. I'm reading The Fellowship of the Rings right now. I really should have brought that with me. Dang. I don't know. I want to let my mind run. So I plan to do that. I'm going to sketch a little picture of how I think these hobbits would look, how Gandalf would look, all that. I have a slight idea of how Gandalf would look because I really, really enjoy The Hobbit. And I watched the 1974 Hobbit, and I thought it was real good. I thought it was real cute. I thought it was real fun. Obviously, like an 8 to 10 hour read being pushed into like an hour and a half is not ideal, but I think they did a good job. I think we're going to sketch and see if we have anything that we want to write, anything profound that we have happened here today at this lake. So I just got done drawing Frodo. So this is our Frodo. I felt weird about it because he didn't look young enough to me, but he's also starts his adventures at 50. And you see the little attempted Frodo up here that we used as like a guideline. We went back later. So I think I'm going to do Gandalf next because drawing's weird for me, and I don't know if I want to draw all the characters I know right now. Forgot I was supposed to film something. I finished drawing Gandalf. I used a little reference image because I'm not too keen on wizard drawing, but there we go. That's Gandalf and Frodo. I think it's good. I like it. It was a fun little thing to do. But I think now I'm going to do a little writing exercise of just describing the scenery in a way that's not just they're pretty. Try to pick up on the things that you wouldn't normally pick up on because I think that'll translate to like short stories and like a story I'm writing now. Because maybe I can put myself in the mind of those characters and think about the extra things that I would not normally notice. Maybe. I'll keep y'all updated. Feeling a little shy because people came to the lake. Use a helicopter. But I do feel ashamed for expressing and indulging my creative values for some reason. But I wrote a little something, so I think I'm going to share it. It was going to be a little like paragraph or a couple sentences that describe my day, but I felt like a poem kind of formed here. But I feel like being raw with y'all and showing you when I have said I'm going to write what I wrote and not acting like, I wrote this and then like working on it for the next 3 days. So this took about 15 minutes, but it's called I'm at the Lake. So, like, what am I nervous for? There's a car driving by and a dude coming up here walking. The air is cool, and the wind that causes ripples across the water comes to shore and makes the leaves dance beneath my shadow. The trees know my laughter, and the water could describe my steps. I keep this love with me on the bottom of my Converse and leave it on the weathered wood of the dock where I had my first cigarette. Will the sun remember me? And do the clouds stay at bay to ensure that there is no way my skin could forget the sun? I believe they do, and I believe they will. I like to think that I matter as much to them as they do to me. And why would they not? I'm at the lake. So, a little poem, I think. That's kind of what happened. I wanted to put my pen to paper today and see what happened. I think I got a little poem out of it, so I'll add that to my little collection, you know. And then I think I'm going to go on a walk right now and play Pokemon Go. I think that would be very awesome. So let's do that. Look at him. Look at him go. Been on a little bit of a walk. It's been nice. Something that I wanted to point out is I felt like calling someone, whoever it would be, and talking to them while I was out here. But I realized that was kind of just my innate want to not be alone, which, you know, isn't good because you're going to be alone a lot in your life and you got to spend that time wisely. So I'm doing that now. Did a little food for thought. I also found out that when I was a kid, it was called bug juice. It was like the gas station, just like sweet juice. And I found a bottle of it called Hogwash, which I think is hilarious. But what was not hilarious is somebody threw it in the lake. Boo. I think that's going to be about it. I don't really have anything else that's super interesting. I just came out to the lake. So thank you guys for spending this with me. And I hope you guys go to your local lake and write something.